If you've been gardening for any length of time, you've probably heard over and over again that compost is the key to rich living soil. And while that's true, not every gardener has the time, space, or energy to turn piles, balance greens and browns, and wait months before seeing results. I know because I've been there, battling compacted clay, stubborn weeds, and a constant struggle to get my soil to hold moisture. Composting helped, but then I stumbled across something shockingly simple, plain old cardboard. And to my surprise, it started solving my soil problems even faster than compost ever did. Let's dive into why this overlooked material can be one of the best soil-building tools you'll ever use, and how to apply it correctly for results that will completely transform your beds. Cardboard is made from plant fibers, primarily cellulose, which is the same material that makes up much of organic matter in nature. When it breaks down, it adds carbon to the soil, feeding the fungi and bacteria that are essential for humus formation. But here's the key: cardboard decomposes slowly compared to soft compostable materials, which means it acts like a slow-release food source for soil life. That steady breakdown creates the perfect conditions for earthworms, which love to wriggle underneath it, chewing at the fibers and leaving behind worm castings that are richer than any fertilizer you can buy. The result is soil that doesn't just get a quick nutrient bump, but one that steadily improves in structure, aeration, and fertility. One of the biggest problems most gardeners face is weeds. They rob nutrients, compete for water, and choke out young seedlings. Laying down cardboard as a sheet mulch solves this almost overnight. The thick barrier blocks sunlight, preventing most weeds from pushing through. But unlike plastic sheeting or landscape fabric, cardboard eventually decomposes and feeds the soil beneath, leaving you with cleaner, looser, and more fertile earth. I used to spend hours pulling weeds from my garden beds, only to see them return with a vengeance. After one season of layering cardboard under my mulch, I noticed not just fewer weeds, but also darker, moister soil that crumbled easily in my hands. That's something compost alone had never achieved in such a short span of time. Not all cardboard is created equal, and using it the wrong way can lead to frustration. The first step is to strip away all tape, glue, and printed glossy sections. Those don't belong in the soil. Stick with plain brown corrugated cardboard, which is the kind that breaks down cleanly. Lay it directly on the soil surface, overlapping the edges so no light sneaks through. Then water it down thoroughly because, dry cardboard will act as a barrier instead of melding into the soil system. Finally, cover it with a layer of mulch. Wood chips, straw, or grass clippings work perfectly. This keeps the cardboard moist, speeds decomposition, and prevents it from blowing away. Within weeks, you'll notice worms moving in, and within a season, the cardboard will be gone, replaced with dark, healthy soil. The surprising thing about this method is that it addresses multiple soil issues at once. Compost is a fantastic amendment, but it doesn't stop weeds, and it can sometimes vanish quickly in sandy soils or get compacted in clay-heavy beds. Cardboard, on the other hand, loosens compacted soils, holds moisture, feeds soil life steadily, and prevents weeds all at the same time. I found that using both together creates a powerhouse system: compost for fast nutrients and cardboard for structure and long-term fertility. But if I had to choose one technique that changed my soil the fastest, cardboard would take the prize. Perhaps the best part of this method is how sustainable it is. Most of us have access to shipping boxes, packaging, or local stores willing to give cardboard away for free. Instead of sending it to the landfill, you're turning it into a resource that literally builds soil from the ground up. That's the kind of low-cost, low-effort, high-impact solution that keeps gardening both affordable and regenerative. So, if you're tired of fighting heavy soil, weeds that never quit, or gardens that dry out too quickly, don't overlook the power of something as simple as cardboard. Lay it down, keep it moist, and let nature do the rest. It may not be glamorous, but it's one of the easiest and most effective ways to solve soil problems without the constant chore of turning compost piles. If you found this guide useful, make sure to subscribe to Botanical Bliss for more no-nonsense gardening strategies that really work, and share this video with a fellow gardener who's ready to make their soil come alive again. Botanical Bliss.